it's Jillian here at Once Upon a Time Fitness, and today I'm coming to you with some more Palfish training. One of the questions that I get pretty much every time a new teacher signs up, whether it's in my mentor group or somebody that I am helping coach to be hired, is what am I supposed to write for my introduction? What am I supposed to write for my bio? So today that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about making your bio work for you and having it be a bio that is going to attract new students and catch the parents' eyes. So for a moment, I want you to imagine that you are a parent and you are looking for a class for your child. What is the first thing you're going to do? Well, first you're going to look at the profile picture. The profile picture that catches your eye is probably going to be the profile picture that you pick. Now we've got the teacher. We have their page pulled up. We're going to watch their intro video, which I've already talked to is kind of like a 2-minute commercial for your classes. And the next thing they're going to do is they're going to look at your bio. Maybe they'll do that first, but they're going to read your bio or at least scroll it. So you can say whatever you want to in your bio. You can say, hi, my name's Jill. I live in New York and it snows a lot here and I hate the snow. And I have a bachelor's degree and I served in the United States Navy and I've worked as a mail carrier and I really love kids. I have 3 kids of my own. I have nieces. I have nephews. I always want to steal everybody's babies. Okay, that's all true. I mean, let's take it with a grain of salt that stealing people's kids' things. I don't actually want to steal. I just really love kids. So that is all true. But is that what the parents want to see? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my personal experience as a parent looking for a Spanish tutor for my daughter, which, by the way, if you'd like to get a free class for a Spanish tutor for your kids, I'm going to leave a link in the bio there. It's actually really cool, and it's a free class. So what I did when I was looking for my tutor, or for my tutor for my daughter, I thought about my daughter's personality, okay? And I did this without even thinking about it. I wasn't like, how should I decide this? It's just something that kind of comes to you, right? So I was like, okay, my daughter is really shy. She doesn't like to talk to people. She's kind of antisocial sometimes. It's really hard to get her to say more than 3 words in a row to a stranger in English, let alone Spanish, which she doesn't speak, right? So going off of my daughter's personality, I was looking for a Spanish teacher that would be able to pull her out of her shell. So I was looking for teachers that said they had experience or they worked really well with students of her age. And I was looking for teachers that said they had experience working with kids her age. And I was really looking for teachers that said something in their profile that made me believe they'd be able to pull her out of their shell. So I want you to think about your strengths right now. Your strengths can be anything. So maybe you are a highly energetic teacher. Maybe you are really good at getting students to pace themselves when they're reading. Maybe it could be anything. I can't tell you what your strength is. I need you to figure that out yourself. Now, when you figure out your strength, you might not have taught enough to actually know what this is, and you can always change it later. You can change this as many times as you want to. But if you don't have an actual class experience, an actual teaching experience to go off of, I want you to think about your strengths as a parent, as an aunt, as an uncle, as a volunteer in the community, as whatever experience you have working or teaching children. I want you to think about that. Are you patient? Are you fun? Do you work better with a certain age group? What are your strengths? So just for an example, and I don't want you to copy my intro because you are not me. So you're going to have different strengths than me, right? But just for an example, I am a highly energetic, basically an extra teacher. I'm very extra. So my bio is going to reflect that. Hey, come to class with me. I'm super fun and exciting. Okay? I also, one of my huge strengths is differentiating the needs of each child that comes in my classroom. So I can pretty quickly assess the child. I have a new student that comes in my classroom, and pretty instantaneously I can ask the questions and figure out what I need to do to get that kid to open up. Every student's going to be a little bit different, but that's one of my strengths. That's one of the things that I can do, is I can go into a classroom and there's a kid that's not speaking at all. Usually, 9 times out of 10, I can get that kid to open up. That's one of my strengths. So I'm going to reflect that in my bio too. So now the parents that are going to find me are going to be the parents that are going to want me as a teacher. If you have a very mundane bio, you might get passed over because I don't care that she lives in California. I don't care that Susie plays the ukulele or sings at a bar on Saturdays. I don't care that she's a waitress, and I don't care that, that's great that she's a teacher in real life, but I want something. I want to know what I'm going to get when I choose you as a teacher. I want to know that I'm getting the best value for my money, and I'm actually getting a teacher that's going to work well with my student. Now, are all parents going to be like this? No. Some of them are just going to let the head teacher choose. Some of them are going to just let the whatever pops up first. Not all parents are going to look that hard at the profiles. But for those of you that are worried about I can't talk right now. Oh my goodness. Those of you that are worried about what to write in your profiles, this is my biggest suggestion to you, is write something that tells the parent what your strengths as a teacher are and what they're going to get out of having a class and out of choosing you as their teacher. Now, how do you convey this information? I literally wrote on my bio, what can you expect from a kids course with me? Question mark, and then I put it in a list format. You can expect this, 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 this. And that way it's right there and it's easy to find, it's easy to read, it's easy to digest, especially for someone who might not be a perfect, fluent English speaker, like a lot of these parents are. A lot of times I get the question of, should I put this in Chinese? And that's not typically recommended, only because you don't speak Chinese, and the Chinese and English translators are not 100% accurate. So you could be saying, and I'm sure you guys have all gotten mistranslated things in your messages. If you haven't yet, you will. You will. But because it doesn't always translate 100%, that's not really recommended. If you do so, you're kind of doing it at your own risk, I guess. But it's not typically recommended because it is not exactly a perfect science. Well, that's it. That is how to write your Palfish bio that is going to tell parents what you're all about, what to put in there, and I hope this video helped you. If you got anything out of this video that you feel was worth watching, I would really encourage you to like this channel, subscribe it, and hit the little bell notification so you get notifications anytime I'm giving you all of my wisdom or whatever. Alright, if there's anything you'd like to see specifically that I haven't touched on, or if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below and I will answer them as I see them. Alright guys, thank you for checking out my video and I will see you guys next time. Bye!